good. That's good. Sige, so the topic for tonight, last week muna was about leadership. And it's very important na i-connect natin ang leadership with employee empowerment as well. Because sabi na nga nila, the way you lead should also be the way you follow, and the way you follow should be also the way you lead. Kasi kung hindi siya dialogue, may leader na nagsasabi na dapat ito gawin, tapos hindi naman ginagawa ng mga empleyado, the leader is not efficient. But it's really hard to tell if the leader is not efficient because of leadership styles or the leader is not efficient because members are not engaged. Siyempre, in companies, in organizations, or any organization is not composed of one person. Composed na ng maraming tao yan. So kahit gaano kagaling din ng leader, if employees do not have the needed reason, yung dahilan para nila gawin yung sinasabi ng leader, it's doomed to fail. And also, what else? The topic of employee empowerment, as much as we want it, as much as possible, sino bang hindi ang gusto ma-empower? It's not necessarily the case na maganda na may employee empowerment. Okay? Sige. So, medyo controversial yung sinabi ko, which is somehow true kasi depende pa rin yan sa organization na pinapasukan natin. But definitely as we evolve na mas marami na tayong ini-empower na employees, especially in the mid 2010s going towards COVID na naging malaking dahilan ang employee well-being, yung mga ganyan, emotional management, all those things, stress, it's become a buzzword. Now it's just plain part of the MO. We're concerned about all these psychological factors. We learned na an employee who is motivated, who is engaged, who is satisfied, and all those things are a good employee, a productive employee. Investing on employee empowerment is always better than retraining new employees na umalis sa kumpanya kasi feel nila na wala silang voice. But then again, all these things that I'm saying, depende pa rin yun sa organization. If the culture, if the system allows it to do so. Investing on employee empowerment allowed for better decision-making processes kasi mas empowered ba? Empowered employees, di na sila kailangan madalas pagsabihan ko anong kailangan gawin because they are empowered, they feel autonomous, they feel responsible, hindi lang sa trabaho nila but also for other people. They have better decision making processes. So there's a shift towards decentralized decision making. When we say decentralized, hindi na natin sila kailangan i-micromanage. Employees at the various levels, they can decide sa mga bagay within their jurisdiction. And of course, if we allow them to do so, kailangan sa leader may level of trust, may tiwala. Hindi, kasi syempre hindi natin masabi kung anong gagawin nila, no? So this change reflects na that this that reflects trust sa mga empleyado natin allowed for faster and more responsive operations in a dynamic business landscape. And of course, with investing on employee empowerment with the right leadership skills, employees are now viewed as valuable contributors with unique insights. Dati ang mga empleyado, mas pinapa-importansyahan pa nila ang customer kaysa sa well-being ng empleyado na sobrang napipiga natin. Pero there are organizations that call employees as co-owners, parang co-owners na rin sila ng business. Isa nga mga employees, pinapayagan nila mag-invest ng stock sa business itself, lalo na kung publicly traded. And of course, if you invest stock in a company, you want to do best para malaki ang returns na mapupunta sa'yo. So employees are now seen as valuable contributors. And of course, as contributors, hindi lang sila limitado sa paggawa ng trabaho na sinasabi sa kanila. They also have creative and problem-solving inputs to the organization na pwede nilang sabihin, if not directly, perhaps indirectly, or kahit mga pasadyang suggestion, making the job more meaningful for them. And if we have more empowered employees, the organization would be more adaptable. Kasi as mentioned a while ago, hindi na natin sila kailangan i-micromanage. Empowered employees, they act on their own free will. And based on their free will, their goal is to make sure the organization not only survives, but also thrives. So with improved organizational adaptability, uh, empowered employees have become very essential, especially in the rapid technological advancement in global competition. I would argue between two organizations with the same number of employees, one organization having more empowered employees will be more flexible, adaptable, innovative sa madaling salita. Okay? So they can respond in the new challenges without relying too much on technology. And but then again, as I mentioned a while ago, it's not always the case na okay din na na-empower lahat ng employee. Depende talaga sa culture yan. Best application of employee empowerment, usually sa mga innovative, creative, customer-focused environments, mababa yung hierarchy ng organizations. Kunyari, organizations like Google, they highly empower their employees. Minsan nga may oras talaga sa trabaho nila na ang goal lang ng mga employees is to be creative, do their personal passions in the middle of the working hours, giving them freedom to pursue creative projects. And having that room, for empowerment, it led to groundbreaking developments, mga innovations within Google na kasi hinahayaan lang nila na maluto yung idea within that creative environment. And mentioned, it's not always the case na maganda yun. Worst application of employee empowerment, siguro sa mga highly regulated, mga safety critical industries tulad ng mga healthcare, tulad ng mga ano pa ba, yung mga construction, yung mga by the digit talaga kailangan sumunod ng mga employee kasi any free hand, freestyle ng isang empleyado kasi empowered daw sila, di ba, can lead to catastrophic mistakes. Kung mag-improve ba sila, hindi natin masabi yung poor application, baka wala sa guidelines and alam mo yun, mas maraming harm better than good. But definitely sa napag-usapan natin tonight, there are many pros of employee empowerment. Ako, I am for one is pro-employee empowerment because one, I'm also an employee. Two, I'm also a human being who wants to be served and also tries to serve other people. And three, who doesn't want to be in an environment na na-empower ba sila? Dito ba sa class natin, feel nyo ba na-empower ko kayo? Pilit yung tanong ko ah.
Yes po.
React naman
Yes
kayo
po.
kung oo o hindi, di ba? Parang hindi ko naman parang kausap sa sarili ko, di ba? So, yun na lang as example, I do, since bago nyo akong teacher, ayoko naman na parang sobrang, yes, I lead. Ayoko naman na di kayo motivated. I'll be honest, and I say that I do my best to empower you. So, kung pasin nyo sa mga tanong ko, sa mga tests, sa mga exams, I give the floor to you to experiment as if you are the leader of your own business. Because that's how I wish that you become after this course, after your stage as a systems class, is that you become empowered people. Maybe, if not empowered managers, empowered employees, empowered people. Diba? So the pros of employee empowerment, of course, increased productivity kasi syempre pag ganado ka sa ginagawa mo, you feel really empowered. Empowered as the input, what is the output? The products that you do. Okay? Totoo nga na when employees are given more control and autonomy, they feel more motivated and engaged. Provided na alam nila yung ginagawa nila. If not, baka nawawala lang sila. So, importante din with empowerment comes clear guidelines, clear set of instruction. All right. And pros of employee empowerment, job satisfaction. As I mentioned, iba pa rin yung environment na alam mo na ini-empower ka, binibigyan ka ng autonomy, binibigyan ka ng trust. Malaking bagay yung trust lalo na sa organization. Also, faster decision making. Provided na allowed ang empleyado na mag-decide on their own na hindi na kailangan tumingin sa managers sa mga maliliit na bagay. Provided pa rin sa organization. Of course, there are cons, always cons. If you talk about pros, may cons na kasama yan. The number one cons is potential for mistake. Okay? Employees that make decisions are not always in line with the company's goals and values. Depende pa rin yan. Sometimes inconsistent with outcomes. Okay? Pasensya, narinig niyo ba yung mga anong aso ko? Hindi, pasensya na. Inconsistency with outcomes. Siyempre, lalo na kung nakikihan sila. And lastly, management challenges, especially pag may mga supervisor na they find it hard to maintain oversight kasi masyado mong binigyan ng freedom and na minsan wala ng coordination. That can complicate strategic decision making. So with empowerment, nandun pa rin yung responsibility that we tell people what their jobs are, what we expect of them, and also what they expect from us. All right?